Let's go to Michigan State. Michigan State football got destroyed by Maryland, although like kind of didn't get destroyed. It was a weird game. Like I thought they were just getting wrecked on both sides of the ball, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's a 2-score game and they're driving and they're in field goal range and you're like, wait a second, this could happen. The big thing here to me is not that Michigan State looked bad or that Harlan Barnett hit the locker room and asked people if they want to leave and nobody raised their hand and how ridiculous that is, because that's ridiculous in its own right, by the way. You're not coaching Comstock High School basketball. You're coaching Michigan State football, sir. Like, put a little respect on the platform you've been given for 1 second. This is ridiculous. But anyways, Noah Kim, Katin Houser, everybody still wants Noah Kim gone. Like I'm going to call it that, and people can push back on me if they want. I don't think the Michigan State fan base has any respect for Noah Kim. Big Ten Player of the Week, Noah Kim, 2 weeks ago. He's been really bad the last 2 weeks since. Everybody's calling for Katin Houser, higher pedigree recruit, younger kid, all of that. I get the argument. If you got nothing to lose, why are you playing the older guy? I don't like the argument, but I'll throw it to you because you're probably going to make the argument. I think we're going to disagree here. Is there a quarterback controversy at Michigan State, and what's the outcome you would like to see?
So we talked about this in length offline, basically going back and forth with it. And I think the only position we actually differ in, because this is what it is for me. I'm with you on the whole, let's not, like, we're not tanking in this situation. Like, that's, you don't do that in college football. I don't know. I guess there is a world where you maybe see what you have because you know the season's a wash, but not like a wash, not like a tank type situation. Here's where we disagree. I do not think that Katin Houser has had the same chances that Noah Kim has had. I told you that I basically want to see Katin Houser play a full game, basically. I think that Noah Kim has had the opportunity to play full games, and he looked good against Richmond, and he looked good in the second half against Central Michigan. I don't think that Katin Houser has really had anything outside of 1 or 2 drives. I just want to see him have a game, even 3 quarters, and I will consider that a chance. Now, I do think some people are taking it too far, wanting to push Noah Kim out. Obviously, he struggled mightily last game. I mean, there was a drop touchdown for sure by Montori Foster, another drop pass by Franklin, the tight end, that should have been a first down. But also, he had 2 interceptions in this game. He easily should have had at minimum 4. There was 2 clear drop ones, a lot of missed open wide receivers. Katin Houser threw one himself. I know that. He also had some tough throws in there, but I just don't see that Katin Houser has had the same chance that Noah Kim has had. And I just want to see Katin Houser get a game, and then we can go with some discourse from there. And people are going to be on one side or the other, but I don't have a side that I'm on right now. I just want to see Katin Houser get a chance because I think Noah Kim has had chances.
That's fair. I can't disagree with you harshly on the concept of let's just see what Katin Houser looks like for a full game. But here's my interpretation of what's actually happening here with the Michigan State football fan base. No one is going to see anything that doesn't agree with what they already believe. Confirmation bias is what is going to happen one way or the other here. And it's very easy to play the backup quarterback game. I know because I've done it for 80% of my life with any football team I root for. It's easy. It's always, grass is always greener with the guy you don't know, with the guy who had more stars next to his profile when he was the 11th grader, right? I don't think Houser has shown anything that warrants larger opportunities. That's my problem with this. And I hear you when you say, well, it's totally different to be thrown into it with 1 drive. He's gotten 1 drive in now 3 games. I know he had a rushing touchdown in one of those games against backups when they were down 40 points to Washington. He also looked horrendous against Western Michigan's backups. He looked, in my opinion, pretty bad in this game. I know that he drove him down the field a little bit, but I thought he was sailing throws even on the drive as they moved. And then it was a wide open screen pass that he just airmails for a pick that essentially ends the game. That was still a football game at that point. It was no longer a football game because Katin Houser airmails a screen pass. To me, if you're the backup, if you're the 3rd string, whatever it is, if you're the guy who's like fighting for more opportunities and you get your few opportunities and you look horrible in them, you're done. Like you have to earn that.
But it's one drive. It's
Okay,
literally one drive. Like Noah Kim has, and despite the games that he's been good, every single one of his first drives has ended in a 3-and-out with missed wide receivers and or interception. That's a fact.
have you just answer this? Have we seen Noah Kim play well this season?
Yes.
Have we seen Katin Houser play well this season?
No, but I mean, you're doing we've seen Noah Kim play a full game.
But like your thing is, okay, Noah Kim got what, 7 drives in this game? Did he get 7? Do we know the number?
He had more than 7.
Okay, he had 9-10 drives, whatever. He threw 2 picks.
He had damn near 4 quarters.
Oh, damn. He had 10 drives and he threw 2 picks. That's horrible. Katin Houser had 1 drive. He threw a pick. What are we doing? How many picks does Katin Houser have if he plays 10 drives in this game? He's not like
Noah Kim threw a pick on his first couple drives.
I understand, but that's if your thing is Noah Kim's been so bad, he's throwing picks. How does that not crash with what you're asking for when the guy who had 1 drive threw a pick and that's who you want to replace him? Like, it's just in my opinion, this is 100%. And it's not just you. It's a lot of the prominent members of this fan base and maybe some in the media that just came into the season saying, we want Katin to be the guy. It's been that way since Thorne was still on the roster.
I got that, but I'm just going off what I actually watched last game. And I'll be honest with you. I get what you're saying with the whole Katin Houser thing and obviously the bias, whatever the term you use for it. I can't watch Noah Kim play quarterback anymore. I can't.
So just to be clear, though,
I can't. And I'm willing to throw Katin in that category if I can see him play a game.
So just to be clear, we have progressed from in the summer saying we have to run Peyton Thorne out because we're playing for the future. We're not playing for anything. There's no point in having him be here.
I don't think anyone actually said that.
Oh, okay. They just said it after he left then. I guess it's if he's your quarterback, then you still support him. And if he leaves, then you run him out.
Peyton Thorne didn't want to be here.
Okay, fine. So either way, did the narrative not flip from whatever it was with Peyton before? People were frustrated with him last year, so I don't even think it flipped. Did it not immediately become, well, these guys might be better than Peyton anyway? He stinks. That has been the narrative all offseason, dude.
That's what's wrong with saying that? They might be, but he's not.
It's wrong.
Noah Kim is not better.
I'm saying we went so what I clowned everybody for in the first place, was the belief that these guys were better than Peyton. And Peyton stinks. He looks horrible at Auburn. Spoiler alert, guys. They all stink. Everybody in the quarterback room last year is a bad quarterback. Like, all these people who are paid money to coach this team aren't idiots, except for the head coach who is idiots for other reasons. But like, thousands of people have gotten eyes on these guys. They're all bad. They all continue to prove to be bad. The difference is Noah Kim can throw a good fade route, and he threw it to the tune of being Big Ten Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. What will Katin do in a full game? I don't know. But like, it's just, you guys won't be satisfied. You won't be satisfied until.
Can we Greg, he got Big Ten Player of the Week coming off a game against Richmond.
So it doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter what any Michigan State quarterback does if it's not Katin to you guys.
No, Period. It's not. Because you're making me change what I actually said. All I said was that I just want Katin has not had a chance. Noah Kim has had a chance.
And he did well in his chance.
Yes, he did well again. Yes, you're right. He's nasty.
So I'm not saying they all stink. That's true. They all stink.
So why not play the young guy instead of playing the junior?
Because there is no magic fix here. Like, the whole idea.
But we don't even know because Katin Houser hasn't played.
He's played and he's throwing picks.
Series in separate games, like one drive.
What is the difference then? If Katin Houser comes in and he hits to whatever you hit, which I don't even think will happen. I think Katin Houser's bad, and I hope he gets a start so he shows you that he's bad. But if Katin Houser gets a start, and he's whatever you think he could be, there's some higher ceiling from this kid who's looked terrified in 2 of his 3 games. What is that? What's the difference? Does he take Michigan State from a 3-9 football team to 4-8? Is that what it is? Like, is he a magic fix? Does he get you to a bowl game?
But what if there's a world where there's something there and he's actually good? Maybe
It's okay. It's just the backup quarterback game. That's all it is. It's hope. It's hope. I can't tell you not to hope, I guess. Your eyes would tell you differently, but it's
The,
hope.
the single drives in 3 separate games. Yes.
So what?
For the freshman. This makes sense.
Card, I just hate to say this, but like, I get it's been 3 drives. Sometimes you can tell in 3 drives.
Okay.
Like as a guy who's watched a lot of Michigan football through the years, when like Dylan McCaffrey was the next guy, Joe Milton was the next guy. Sometimes you can tell in a couple drives whether these kids are JJ McCarthy or whether they're Dylan McCaffrey. Like, I'm sorry. I hope he gets a full game. I hope we can revisit this. I would encourage you to know who's the next guy, who's Katin's backup that we can camp for and say, well, Katin stinks. Who's the next? Because that's all we're doing is we're going down and down. We're going down and down and down the list because they're all bad. Okay, let's get Levitt in. Like, we're just going to keep going down the list to worse quarterbacks.
Levitt will be starting at Washington in 2 years with DeBoer.
Playing a worse quarterback doesn't help this team at all.
How do we know if he's worse?
Our eyes.
So he's worse. Houser's worse than Kim. You know
who I would think would know better than we would know? The coaches who have made this guy 3rd on the depth chart.
You trust this coaching staff? Do you?
I don't think it's a hard decision to know if a quarterback's better or worse than the next guy. Like, I don't think that's some crazy misevaluation. I just don't.
Katin Houser is worse than Noah Kim. You know that for a fact.
I'm not saying we know it for a fact, but from what I have seen in limited opportunities, Katin Houser has shown me nothing to warrant taking Noah Kim's job. Not one thing. You know what, Cart? He had this. Was this not just a chance? Like, you want a full game, fine. If he leads them down the field and scores a touchdown, it probably is his job, right? It's his job. It's crunch time of a 2-possession game, and Noah Kim's benched. Here's the ball, kid. He messed it up. Like, what are we going to just keep doing this game after game because that's the guy that MSU Twitter has decided? Like, he got an opportunity. I get it. Like, the odds are stacked against you. No shit. That's what happens when you're a backup quarterback. You don't get tons of opportunities. You have to make the most of them. He got one. He failed. And now we're here saying he needs to start again. We're begging for it. And like, he hasn't been great. I don't get it. Like, are we saying, oh, maybe it'll flip? Maybe it'll totally change. Sure, maybe. I don't know. I don't think there's a change, though. It doesn't matter. Like, all these quarterbacks are bad. That's my belief. It's true. So it's like 73rd on the list. Like, there's a huge list of things wrong with Michigan State football right now. Quarterback change is 73rd. It's not important. And it's all anybody wants to tweet about. And it pisses me off, man.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
It's never going to end, right?
It's just agree to disagree. You think Katin hasn't had a chance? No, I think Katin has had a chance. You think he's had his chances. That's just is what it is.
So if he's not going to have a chance in your mind until he plays a full game as the starter. That's his only chance.
Yes. And then I will have a serious conversation with you, and I will honestly come to you and be like, you know what? You were right, but now I see the light.
So
I want a game.
Noah Kim gets a half next week, and then Katin gets the second half and a half. That's not a chance.
I'll take that.
Is that a chance? Like, define a chance for me, because he just got the ball in a 2-possession game.
Give me, you want to put like a drive count on it? Give me 5 drives.
He's at 4, I believe, this season. He need more
in a single.
He had a QBR. He had a QBR of 14. He had a QBR of 14 this week.
He's at 3. And for all the shit you talked about of like what Noah Kim did against Richmond, the backups at Richmond, the backups that were at Washington were probably be playing at Richmond, and Katin went down the field and went for a touchdown. So, like, does that not count?
If Noah Kim's full good game doesn't count, then why should I count one drive against backups?
Okay, we count Noah Kim's good game. We count Katin Houser's one good drive.
But that's the whole point. Is like, y'all didn't even. And I don't know why I'm saying y'all, because I'm saying y'all because I disagree with all of my own fan base on this. Nobody celebrated Noah Kim's good week.
I get that, Kate. I get that you think Katin Houser stinks, but I am literally baffled that you want to watch Noah Kim play
I
quarterback again.
don't. I wish they would have recruited better quarterbacks, but this is who's in the room.
Well,
I
let's
don't
just
want to
see.
watch this team at
Let's
all.
try someone else. I don't want to watch Noah Kim anymore.
They're all bad, Carter. This team stinks. Like, it's not, there is no someone else. When the whole room stinks, there's no solution to getting better. Like, when Michigan basketball rolls the ball out at the Battle for Atlantis this year, do I wish that Yo-Yo Kayet was Jen Howard? Yes, I do. He's not. He's a bad basketball player. So, like, I'm not going to be screaming that I hope they play Terrence Williams, because it's not a coaching mistake when your team's bad. The team is just bad. They got to hire a new coach to get better players in. But everybody's acting like a quarterback change would make this team from a 3-win football team to an 8-win football team for a guy who just had a chance to win them the game against Maryland.
I don't know if people are acting like that, though.
Peyton just had a chance to give them a chance to beat Maryland, and he messed it up. Like, so again, it's just like, we can't have the conversation. Okay, we just had the conversation, but we can't have the conversation until he gets a full drive. So, or a full.
No, we can
game.
have the conversation. You have your state, you have your opinion on this, and then I have mine, and it's just differs.
All right. Just.
But
it's
circled around whether each has had a chance or not. And like I said, I'll even take a half. I want a game, but I will take a half, and then I will come back here and say, you know what? You were right, G. Kid stinks.
Noah Kim had one good week. Michigan State fans weren't even excited he had a good week. That's the truth of this situation. Like, that y'all are rooting so hard for this backup that, like, literally this guy was named the Big Ten Player of the Week, and y'all are just like, yeah, it sucked. That was against Richmond. Doesn't matter. It sucks. Like, that's crazy to me.
I'll say that?
Your whole stance this episode is how bad the team he was playing was.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but because he had that game, like, he's the guy.
Do you know how
because he had that game, to you, he's the guy for the rest of the season?
If Katin Houser had that game against that team, that would surely be enough to all of you.
If Katin Houser had that game and then played as bad as he did, as Noah Kim did these past 2 games, I'd be saying the same thing about giving Noah Kim a chance.
Yeah, I just disagree with that. I just disagree. Okay. You guys, in my opinion, you and the large portion of prominent MSU football Twitter has made their mind up. It is what it is, and I would love to be wrong.
I do too.
I don't think I have. I'm judging Katin.
Oh, Kim's the guy.
Dog, I'm not.
But he's the guy.
I'm not even saying he's the guy. I'm saying they're all bad. Like, I'm not against giving Katin a start to see what you got. I'm not saying that.
Right. That's all I need to hear. Let's go.
What I'm saying is it's not going to change a thing. And based on what we have seen with our eyes, I would still start Noah Kim, because I think he has actually played good football in a Michigan State uniform. That's not something we can say for Katin.
Hayden has played a drive a game
and looked horrendous.
Okay.
Horrendous twice against walk-ons. Like, although it was Western's walk-ons he looked horrible against. Maryland was not walk-ons. They still had their first string defense because, oh, by the way, he was given the ball in a 2-possession game that Michigan State could still win.
Yeah.
What do you do with it? Game over.
Michigan State football.
Game over at forking it. College basketball?
Yeah, I guess.
Is this a nice chance for us to flip because we're negative right now and we're going to talk negativity? That's kind of nice.
I guess that works. Good segue, good transition.